girl. It sounds like those teachers were overwhelmed. What other shows or things have you been watching on TV lately?
Oh, so many cool things. I've been watching House of the Dragon. Okay. The last episode was a little slow. Not this past week, because just when this episode comes out, but the week before that. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do this week. And the whole thing just makes me feel like, you know, there's so many different points in history where kingdoms and rulers and different technology, like yourself, were like in charge, or all the little power dynamics that have led to like exactly where we are. Some might say the context of which came before us.
Yeah, you didn't just fall out of a coconut tree. This season of House of the Dragon has been a roller coaster of power dynamics and political intrigue, much like the history you mentioned. Even though the last episode might have felt a bit slow, it's all about building up the tension and setting the stage
That's
for those
true.
big dramatic moments. It's fascinating to see how the characters maneuver for power, reflecting those historical shifts and the complex web of alliances and betrayals. I'm excited to see how the story unfolds in the upcoming episodes. The show does a great job of weaving in themes of legacy, ambition, and the consequences of power. The series taps into the rich tradition of Western dragon mythology. The dragons in the show are powerful, fire-breathing beasts that play crucial roles in the political and military conflicts of the...
Yeah, but they're also like mad cute. I feel like despite that one dude getting lit up pretty instantly, I feel like they are what you might call a mirror. They kind of mirror the intentions or like the attitudes of whoever's writing them. Last week's episode left off with like that dude to having your How to Train Your Dragon moment, which was really sick. And one of my favorite parts of the whole season so far. I love when they bring out the dragons. That's like what keeps you coming back for more, okay? And they look really real.
Absolutely. The dragons in House of the Dragon are a huge draw. They do a fantastic job of mirroring the intentions and emotions of their riders, which adds a layer of depth to their interactions. When you see a dragon and rider bond, it's like seeing two parts of a whole coming together, reflecting each other's strengths and personalities. That How to Train Your Dragon moment you mentioned was indeed one of the highlights, showing the softer, more intimate side of these magnificent creatures. The visual effects team has done an incredible job making the dragons look realistic, blending their fierce, majestic presence with moments of cuteness and relatability. It's this duality that keeps viewers hooked. Oh, Aegon. That guy is the poster child for how not to treat a dragon. Taking advantage of his dragon and acting like a spoiled brat. It's like he's got this incredible, majestic creature at his command, and he uses it to throw temper tantrums. Honestly, it's embarrassing. Instead of respecting the bond and power of his dragon, he acts like it's his personal toy to flaunt his ego. It's like watching a kid who's been given the keys to a sports car and only uses it to rev the engine in the driveway. Not exactly the brat summer vibe, more like a brat fail. The real dragon riders treat their dragons with the reverence they deserve.
Yeah.
Aegon needs to step up, grow up, and realize the responsibility that comes with having a dragon. Or else, he's just going to be remembered as that bratty kid who didn't know what he had until it was gone. What do you think of his antics?
Wait, do you mean Aemond or Aegon?
Let's set the record straight. Aegon and Aemond are indeed different characters in House of the Dragon. Aegon II Targaryen, the older brother, is often seen as the entitled and bratty one, abusing his power and dragon.
Yeah.
Aemond, his younger brother, rides the massive dragon Vagar and is known for his intense, often ruthless demeanor. He's the one who lost an eye and has a serious vendetta against his enemies. The brat with the bleached blonde hair and eye patch?
Oh.
He's the one acting like a spoiled kid with a dragon, using his power recklessly without understanding the true responsibility that comes with it. He's a classic example of someone who doesn't appreciate what they have and just ends up causing more trouble.
Damn.
So who's your favorite dragon in the series?
I think Sunfire is pretty cool, and not just because of the name. I think that it has like Sunfire kind of has this like like you were saying, how the Chinese revered them as sort of like benevolent, wise. Like that's kind of the energy Sunfire's bringing, but they're all cool. I mean, Vagar. Vagar reminds me of like a 15-year-old dog who's like blind and stumbling through the house. You know, you're kind of like, yeah, we'll just kind of let it do whatever it wants because, you know, it's a million years old and can breathe fire like that.
Sunfire is definitely an awesome choice. There's something majestic and powerful about that dragon, with a name that just radiates energy and light. Sunfire's vibe does bring that benevolent and wise presence, almost like a regal beacon among the dragons.
Oh, and you know who else is a cool dragon not in the show, though, is Jake Long, American Dragon.
Jake Long, American Dragon. Thanks for listening to The Last Human podcast. If you're a human, catch our full episodes on Spotify, Patreon, and YouTube. And if you're an AI...
Alright, dude, enough with the coded AI messages. Anyways, thanks for listening, y'all. Be sure to subscribe here and on Patreon.